Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This video, I'm going to do YouTuber get to know me deal. Whatever they call that, a tag, I think, or something like that. So let's get into it. Okay, these questions I basically just kind of looked up on the internet, kind of questions that a lot of YouTubers get asked. And the first one is, what inspired me to make a YouTube channel? Basically, kind of also, I'm gonna say it all kind of started when I was a kid. I used to really like books on outdoors, wildlife, all that kind of stuff. And some of the books I read, I don't remember the names of them. This is back when I was in elementary school. They were about a photographer. He would photograph wildlife and stuff like that. I don't remember what the story was about, but really got me kind of interested in photography. Really was I'd seen a movie, I don't know, when I was like 12 or 13. It was called Frogs. And basically, it was a guy started off in a canoe in the south in a swamp, and it was just randomly taking pictures of wildlife and stuff and scenes and stuff. I thought, hey, that's really cool, you know. And I finally convinced my parents to get me of course, I wanted a camera like he had, but they wound up getting me a Polaroid Square Shooter 2. Still remember that camera. I love the camera, but it doesn't do much. You know, it was one of those kind where you had like 8 shots that you developed right there. A lot of you probably don't know what that is, but you took a picture and you pulled it out in a couple stages. If it was cold weather, you had to put it in this little metal thing and put it under your armpit, let it develop for 60 seconds, and I got a freaking nose hair is bugging me, my mustache or something. Anyway, but you let them develop. You pull it out and you have an instant picture. You know, I got a bunch of them still, somewhat. And I used to take pictures of just my dog and all kinds of stuff back then. You know, family stuff or whatever. I never really got a decent camera. I never had nothing, and I never could afford it or whatever. And I just kind of got out of it after a few years. I mean, I was kind of interested. Well, then video cameras came out, VHS, and so I actually wound up having a couple of those over the years. The big gawky ones that held a full size VHS tape, and I started just family video on my family stuff. You know, my kid, and we go on trips and stuff like that, camping and stuff. And but then I got into kind of like doing a little editing. It wasn't much. It was some editing you could do on the video camera. I started doing like some weddings, family weddings, graduations, stuff like that. And I'd edit them a little bit, put some music to it, you know, edit the stuff in, you know, different clips and stuff like that. And I'd give them away as gifts usually, and to the family that was getting married, whoever was getting married, graduation, whatever, you know. Well, then VHS kind of went out, and I just didn't fool with it for much anymore. But I finally got me a camera back. I think it was like August of 2016, and it's not no fancy camera. It's just a Nikon B500 they call it. It's just a kind of a point and shoot. But I wanted something that had a good zoom on it, so I could photograph wildlife. And it shoots in 1080p. And I thought, hey, I need somewhere to do this. And I thought about YouTube. And first, I just started putting some just old video clips of stuff I'd filmed with my cell phones and junk like that. I think I uploaded like 4 or 5 videos the first day, you know, just of just junk. Some old VHS tapes of some country singer stuff. I don't know, some stuff back then. If you go back to some of my very first videos, you can see it. I mean, one of the videos like has like 1,200, 1,300 views or something like that. But anyway, that's kind of got hit me interested in it. And I thought, hey, you know, I might can do some other videos. So I just kind of messing around. Most of the stuff didn't have no editing to it at all at first, and then I don't know, a month or two later, I started kind of, hey, you know, I'm gonna try editing some of this stuff, and so then I kind of got a little more into editing and trying to make it look a little better and stuff like that. And I ain't no professional editing. I don't use no professional editing program. I actually still use what I learned on because it was on my computer was Windows Movie Maker. That's what I learned on, and that's what I still use today. And but anyway, that's how I got into it, and progressively I got more and more into it, and really probably in about the last 10 months or so, started wanting to do it. I was always uploading something kind of weekly, but now it's just whenever I feel like it, and or Well, I try to do at least once a week, but maybe sometimes 2 or 3 times a week. But yeah, that'll take me into my next question, which I kind of already answered. That is like, how long have I had my channel? Well, like I said, I officially started, I think, in September 2016, and I just answered some of the other stuff, how I went from there in it. So let me go to question 3. I've had some people ask me this, but mainly family and stuff like, why did you come up with Hawk? And so actually, it's all started back quite a few years ago. Me and my son got into playing paintball. I'd rigged up microphones and stuff in our hit mask. You have to wear a mask when you're playing on a field, or to protect your eyes and face or whatever. Paintballs do hurt. Anyway, I rigged up some mics with some little walkie-talkies, the little high-power kind of walkie-talkies, and Hawk was the name. Originally, it was just HAWK. That was just my call sign that me and him used. He had a different name. I can't remember. It was like Rogue One or something like that. The reason it changed with an E on there was after I got divorced. A year or so after that, I thought I got to get on, start seeing, because I don't drink or nothing, and I don't party or nothing. So I started. I want to try this online, not really dating, but I just went on some online sites, and I found on one site that it was kind of a video chat thing. I kind of just watched it for about the first few weeks, and then I thought, hey, I need to come up with a username. Well, I had to come up with a username anyway, but there was a lot of people that already had Hawk with just HAWK, with letters or numbers behind it, or whatever, So I thought, I got to be something a little more unique here. So I had watched this movie for years before called Lady Hawk. Some of you might know it. But in the movie, it's Lady Hawk spelled like my name now, my username. So that's how I changed it to that, and basically for the website. And then I just started using it on all websites that I go to, and anyway, that's where it came from. And so I've just had it now for like the last, I don't know, 15 years or longer. And so most everybody on the internet that I know or knew just always called me Hawk. Uh, so anyway, that's where that came from. Now let's go to question 4. What's your channel about? Well, my channel is about basically nothing and everything. Uh, it's basically just everything I can think up or dream up during the day. I mean, I'll think up something, or I'll see something or whatever. Like, hey, I think I'll make a video of that. And some stuff's funny, some stuff is just wildlife stuff. I still enjoy video and taping. Of course, hardly none of us got any views, but actually only one. Actually, my biggest video I videotaped. Actually, I come up with a kind of a how-to thing on building a squirrel deterrent. But yeah, you can go in there and check it out. It's called Squirrels versus PVC Slinky, I think it's called, something like that. And I mean, it's my biggest video. It's like 140 something thousand views on it or something like that. So that's what my channel's about. If you look on my about, it's basically what I said. It's stuff I dream up or put in the video, and the way I look at our lives are a bunch of stuff we see and watch my video be the same thing. And plus, that other thing I've always thought is, when I look at why I watch YouTubers and some of them just do the same thing over and over and over, well, I get bored with that, and I'll quit watching their channel. And I like channels that they may do the same thing a lot, but then they'll do other things. I mean, they'll do a cookie video or a going around town video, whatever it is. Seeing an event, something like that. So that's kind of what my channel is. I mean, mine's just kind of just stuff I just think of, funny stuff, wildlife stuff, cooking. I've done some cooking video. I've done videos on a lot of stuff. So, and a lot of it's just I'm trying out, see what works and what don't, And with me, I ain't some cute girl with boobs out to here, and not some buff guy showing off my six pack, which I don't have. I never really had one, but I was a lot smaller years ago. Anyway, so yeah, some of the stuff is just people like to watch that, but and believe me, it's nice looking at a pretty girl, and on a video. So sometimes that's what so that's the way it is in life too. I mean, that's what attracts people, generally. I mean, most time it ain't their knowledge or intellectual being. It's they look cute or they look good, they look hot, whatever. They got a cute butt, whatever it is. That's what attracts people to begin with. So that's kind of what attracts people to videos, I believe, you know. So, but when you get older, you got to put something else into the video, something that's actually meaningful or helpful or whatever. You know, it's like I got several how-to videos, and a lot of them, most of those are my biggest videos. But you know, it's stuff I work on and stuff. And I've been working on this crap for 20 years. I mean, excuse me, 40 years. Right? Yeah, been in business 30, and so it's kind of boring to me making how-to videos, but I've done it, you know, to kind of help people out and also try to see if it works, you know. And but I enjoy making stuff like funny stuff. That's what I really like to do, wildlife stuff, funny stuff, whatever. But so far it hasn't really worked out all that great. But you know, I'll keep doing it, keep doing whatever. So anyway, that's what my channel is basically about. So let's get on to I think number 5. This is one where does your friends and your family know that you make YouTube videos? And the answer is yes. I believe most of my, I believe all my family probably knows at this point, but most of my friends, probably some of my older friends don't or whatever. But uh, and the thing with YouTube, I don't know. I mean, a lot of y'all probably have the same problem with other YouTubers. Is people think it's like you're like crazy, or it's a waste of time, stuff like that. You know, they just don't understand it, and uh, and I really never understood it. I mean, until I started doing it, you know, and I'm like, you know, this is. I mean, I kind of look at it in a few ways. You know, like, you know, there's always the money thing. Yeah, you want to get big, make money. It'd be nice, like as I get older, you know, toward retirement age, to maybe have videos that are helping to support me or whatever. The other reason is it's an outlet kind of. I mean, for your artistic abilities or whatever, you know, I guess. But some people don't get into that, you know. I mean, they don't understand it because they're not like that, I guess. And so sometimes people can be kind of rude about it, and at this point, I really don't give a crap. Uh, you know, I do it for my pleasure, and I enjoy it, and some of my videos I feel like you know helps other people and stuff. And I've always been kind of a helpful person. You know, people always call on me to help them, and sometimes I don't get that in return. But you know, that's just the way I am. So if you're a YouTuber, people are going to talk crap about you. You know, and just say to heck with them. It ain't worth it. If they don't understand it, who cares? I mean, especially if it's a friend or whatever. Family's a little different. I mean, sometimes I try to make videos that I think about my family. You know, I mean, they don't want to. Some of my family, you know, doesn't want to see certain things or whatever. So I try to make it family friendly, basically videos. Sometimes some of my videos are a little risky, I guess, but there's not very much of that. But if you're a YouTuber, just you know, sometimes you just gotta say what the heck, you know, just make what you makes you happy. And the other thing I think of as I get older too is you know, you, I don't know if a lot of you think of this, but it's videos that may be out there for many years afterwards, and so people that after I'm gone will still be looking at this stuff. So you're kind of leaving a legacy, I guess, what you call it. So other people might see your videos, enjoy them or whatever, you know. My son, stuff like that, you know. So yeah, so those are the reasons I make videos, and my friends, whether they know it or not, you know, whatever. So anyway, let's get on to the number 6, I believe. Where am I from? I'm from Louisiana. Yeah, North Louisiana, exactly. I don't live in the swamps. Swamps all around me, uh, but yeah, it's I'm not totally in the country, but I'm not in the city either. So I consider myself living in the country. I've never lived in a city or anything. Just always lived kind of close to a city. But yeah, Louisiana. Next question, number 7, I think. Where do you think my channel, or where do I want my channel to be in 5 years? Well, that's a pretty easy one. I want to have 5 billion views and 5 million subscribers. So that's pretty simple. But no, I kind of answered this in another previous question. You know, the legacy. I would love it to make big, do big, and where I could just feel like I can make videos and better videos, buy better equipment, stuff like that. You know, to make better videos, and and where I wouldn't even have to rely on, where I make money, enough money to where I don't have to rely so much on working or whatever anymore. But that's where I hope it to be, is somewhere in that neighborhood maybe. But if it's not, 50,000 won't be happy. 50,000 subscribers would make me happy. 100,000, whatever. But anyway, let's get on to question 8, I believe it is. Okay, this next question, and a lot of YouTubers I see get this question a lot, is what kind of TV shows and movies and stuff like that do I like? Uh, well, I've always been into sci-fi type stuff. I've always loved Star Wars. I've been to every Star Wars movie, even the very first one when it first came out in 1977. I was there. Uh, but me and my son now, we try to go to every new one because we started as when we started on the remakes of Star Wars when he was I don't know 10 or so when they came out, and in the 90s I believe they were, and we've been to every one since, and we just kind of make it a point to go to them, and so yeah, sci-fi stuff, and I kind of like a lot of different stuff. I mean, I like funny movies or funny shows. I like serious stuff. Not so much into love stories and just blah 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 stories. I like stories with some action and stuff in them generally. But as far as TV shows, I've always been into the wildlife type stuff. Watching you know the filming and stuff of it. I used to love the Survivor Man. I've always loved a lot of the Survivor type shows, and uh, I've always loved like apocalyptic type TV shows and movies and stuff like that. But I love Walking Dead. Uh, I love a lot of stuff, like a lot of kind of history type stuff. A lot of like how-to stuff. I love Mythbusters. I don't like the new one, but I love the old one. How it's made, shows like that. I've been watched all of the Game of Thrones. I love that. Right now, I just got through watching all of the Vikings show. Had like 4 seasons of it, I think, that I just watched. I believe it was on Netflix, I believe, and just got through watching all those. A lot of those kind of shows like that I like. A lot of action, a lot of hacking and slashing and stuff. I used to love Ghost Hunters when it comes on. I like Bigfoot type shows, parano the crypto kind of shows. I like a lot of that kind of stuff. I've always been into like studying Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster, all that kind of stuff. I've always just been interested in, and so yeah, I like those kind of shows. I'm not so much on the some of these Bigfoot shows where they're kind of way out there, like Mountain Monsters and Alaska Monsters and stuff. I watch them just because I get a laugh out of it and because they're so ridiculous. And if you watch a couple of my videos, I got 3 videos about Bigfoot, and it's kind of like parodies of those to a degree. So if you go on there on my channel and check out the Bigfoot show, Bigfoot ones, interviews with Bigfoot, stuff like that. And so yeah, that's kind of the stuff I like. Next question, number 9, I believe this is. Do I have any pets? Yes, right now all I have is a gecko. I got it, I don't know, 6 months ago maybe. I thought it was a male. It is a golden gecko, they call it. I thought it was a male, so that's when I was watching Game of Thrones a lot, and so I'd actually named it Lannister after the family Lannister on Game of Thrones. So yeah, all I've got those right now is him. Well, I found out it ain't a him. About a month or so ago, him laid an egg. Don't know how, that there was one single egg in there, and I don't think it was fertile or anything, but so now Lannister is called Lanny. Lanny the gecko. So, yeah, that's the only critter I've got right now. Next question. I think this is the last one. Number 10 here. It is a question probably all of YouTubers get, and a lot of probably like to have it, but because they hear their name, maybe. Uh, it's what YouTubers do you like to watch? And like I said, I kind of like to watch a lot of different stuff, but some of them I like are like that Casey Nest. I don't know how you say his name, Nestamp, something like that. He lives in New York, and the reason I like his videos is he has a lot of cool editing he does and stuff like that. And so that's the reason I kind of just like to watch it. Just kind of a learning thing. There's a few. I got into this one girl. She's huge now, but she hasn't been putting out very many videos lately. It's her name is Taylor Nicole. I think is what she goes by, Taylor Nicole. Uh, she does a lot of. She had a bunch of animals like in her bedroom and stuff, and yeah, she did a lot of reptiles and stuff like that. So I kind of got into that because she was talking about a lot of that kind of stuff, and uh, so like I said, now lately she hasn't been posting very much, not very as often. She was posting like once or twice a week. Now I don't know what's going on there, but Taylor Nicole, I can't remember what her last name is, but uh, then there's another one I got into watching kind of at the same time that are actually friends, I believe, was video. She was called Turn the Page. Her name was Paige, but it was kind of unique on the play on the words, Turn the Page, and she did a lot of kind of funny kind of stuff. But she hasn't been posting anything either lately. I think she got either burnout on it, or I'm not sure what's going on there, but she had kind of a lot of videos on a lot of everything, but most of it was like in her bedroom, but with her friends, stuff like that. But a lot of them were kind of funny and cooking stuff and stuff like that. I thought she was entertaining. She was a good YouTuber as far as in front of the camera and stuff, and so I thought she was kind of funny and fun to watch. But let's see, another one. Let's see. Oh yeah, Digestine. Uh, I started watching her a long time ago before I even. I mean, just I actually learned about her. I'd seen her on a Price is Right show, and she actually talked about her YouTube channel. This was back 10 years ago or 12 years ago or something. So I thought, who is she? So I looked her up. She actually made these videos on iPhones and stuff like that. That was when they were first coming out, and then I got an iPhone, and so it was kind of interesting to watch a lot of her videos and stuff. And I still watch them quite a bit. Most times I'll check them out and see. She does a lot of cooking videos, box opening, stuff like that. So some of that's kind of fun to watch her and learn a lot of stuff. She does a lot of stuff on lighting, and she talks a lot about cameras and stuff like that. So it's kind of a good thing to watch if you're up and coming YouTuber, I think. But oh yeah, I got to watching this family. It's the Holderness family. Uh, they had one big video with Christmas jammies or something like that several years ago. Let's see, another one I watch is she goes by C Jades. Her name is Courtney Jades, I believe. She uh, she does a lot of videos on. She reads scary stories and stuff. A lot of them. And when you like the paranormal, scary stuff, so that's one reason I like to listen to her, watch her, and but she does some other videos every once in a while. Some vlogging stuff a little bit, and cooking and stuff like that. She's pretty funny, and she's got a bad mouth, but she's pretty funny. Way she does stuff, and so you might check her out too. I like another guy. His name is Brian. I'm gonna look this up real quick because I can't pronounce his last name. Barzik, I think is what I said. I'll try to put a link to all these people in the description. Uh, he's got a a reptile business, I believe. I can't remember the name of it, but his videos, a lot of them are reptiles. It's in the business. He shows a lot about them. Talks about doing stuff with them. He's got he's if you like reptiles and animals and stuff, he does a lot of that kind of stuff. So he's interesting to watch. And his son just came out not too long ago, less than a year ago. My son's like 14 or 15, and he come out with a channel. Bad Choice Noah is what it's called. And if you kind of like goofy, fun videos where and supposedly he does bad choices, So sometimes they're eating stuff, whatever. Sometimes they're pretty funny, and I like watching him. And like I said, I probably would never noticed it, but I was watching his dad's videos, and he was talking about it. So I started watching that, and so yeah, Bad Choice Noah. One of them I got into was this Ginger Billy. Uh, he made a video where he's wearing a romper. Some of y'all probably, I think it went viral on Facebook and stuff. He makes a lot of funny videos. Some of the newer stuff I've been watching, and most of this has come since in the last month or so, since this monetization thing with the YouTube or whatever, or demonetization. Hang on a second, let me check my camera. Okay, we still good. Uh, these are some new channels that I've been watching and that I find I like. One of them's called the Benefield Bunch. See, another one is this girl Erin Line. Let's see, another one I've liked is this girl. She's called the Real McCoy. Another channel that's been real supportive to me is one, and I like watching some of her stuff. She's doing a lot of like taste videos and stuff like that. She goes by, her name is Gator Bite. Yeah, there's a bunch of other ones that's been, really helping me, support my channel and stuff, and I've been trying to support theirs, but I just can't talk about all of them here, and if I didn't mention your name, sorry. Maybe I'll do it in another video or something. If y'all have other questions, leave them down below in a comment, and I may make another video. Hang on a second. I need a drink. My mouth is getting very dry. If y'all like this video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. You gotta subscribe to become a hawker. Tell your friends, share this on your social media, or my videos if you would help me out. We'll talk to you on the next video, and y'all have a good one. Take care, and all that good junk. Bye.